Hi, welcome to week 4. It's been a bit of a tough week at times, which we'll find out about, but also been in the studio and done a school workshop, bit of marking, and the Clevedon swim run that I did with Becky for the massage thing. But before we get stuck into how this week's gone, I'll just show you a quick video of something that I did on Monday to explain a few things. Well, it's Monday morning and feeling a bit crap really. I'm just feeling a bit low about like a few things, I guess. So the blood sugar thing, just generally the weight, and my knees sort of getting me down a little bit, and the bloody sword of Damocles of the 11 years of summers without any regular income's kind of just taking its toll a little bit. But I've got a few jobs done this morning, and I'm just driving into Bristol to pick up some kit that I left at the studio last week, and I was just driving past where the swim for the Bristol Triathlon is in the harbour side down here, and yeah, the sun's out and I feel a bit better actually, just generally for getting a few things done, but I thought I'd just kind of get on camera a little bit about how sort of crappy I'm feeling at the moment, but I'm sure it'll all pan out soon enough. But anyway, yeah, this is the transition area for Bristol Tri, and yeah, like I say, the swim happens in the harbour side, so it's a cool place. It's nice here and the sun's out. Don't think I'll be getting the guns out. Now it's time for the week 4 Rocky montage. So let's talk a little bit about some of the goals that I had and how I've got on with them, because this is kind of the deadline week really. Fly off to Lisbon at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Had a few goals that were kind of coming to a deadline as of kind of now. So the first one really, first short-term goal was to try and swim, bike and run and do 3 sessions of each every single week. First 2 weeks I haven't had a problem with that really. This week my knee has been an issue and it's kind of negated any running. I did get one long run in, longer than I have done in the last few weeks, but I had to can out after that because the knee's just been so bad. Actually getting my knee fixed is going to be the next kind of focus really, and get some strength into that. Did do 3 bike sessions though, no time trialling this week because I was working on Tuesday, and 3 swim sessions, including a nice open water swim in Marine Lake in the sun. The bike rides were slow-ish, low intensity, but quite long, and right at the threshold of my ability to be able to hang in there for an hour and a half, hour and 45 for some of them, but it certainly helped me with some of my other goals. Anyway, pretty much over the last 3 weeks I've managed to maintain those, apart from having to drop 2 runs this week. The plan really will change when we go to Lisbon, because I'm going to try and get some miles in there. So that's goal number 1 really, which I think I'm pretty happy with. So goal number 2 really, and number 3, which was about my blood sugar and my weight, were obviously intrinsically linked. I've really had some bumps in the road with this. I managed to get my blood sugar down last week from the high first reading that I had, and was really happy with that. The weight was coming off quite easily. And then on Friday night after the last vlog that I posted, I decided to have a bit of a treat, not a blowout in any way less than I'd normally have had. A small can of 0 alcohol Heineken, a handful of fries, and some dark chocolate, maybe 6 blocks of dark chocolate. Next morning my blood sugar was back sky high, way in the pre-diabetes range, and it kind of knocked me for 6, realising that this is a long-term thing that needs to be done over a long period of time. But it did affect me quite a lot. And I had a bit of a blip over the weekend where I just couldn't be bothered at all, and just ate and drank whatever I really wanted. And then obviously that realisation on Monday, the video you saw earlier, I was feeling really negative and down. However, after picking up that gear and getting home and the sun shining, doing a couple of turbo sessions, starting to eat really well, again I started to refocus my goals, realising that this is a long-term plan. So as you'll see from the picture here, my blood sugar has been up and down, but my blood sugar levels this morning are well within below the pre-diabetes range, 4.1 millimoles per litre, which is incredibly low, really. But I did have that spike after the Friday thing, so this is going to be a long-term plan. In terms of my weight, which was kind of the big one, really, I really didn't think I was going to manage to do it, to be honest with you. So at the beginning of the video process, I weighed in at just over 95 kilos. I think I was 95.1 kilos. Trying to lose 5.1 kilos in 3 weeks was going to be a challenge, whatever. And having hit a few bumps in the road, I really didn't think I was going to manage to do that. As you'll see from this graph as well, I weighed myself this morning, and I was 89.4 kilos. So got below the 89, below the 90 kilos range. Probably won't be that weight when I come back from Lisbon, but this is a good kind of progression, really. I do need to think about how I'm going about this a little bit. I've been pretty grumpy and miserable over the last couple of days in terms of thinking about what I'm eating and how I'm eating. So I do need to have a little bit of a think about these, and what I think I'm going to do whilst we're in Lisbon is I'm going to post a short video between now and next week with a list of my new goals, because I think I need to have a good old think about what they are. But in terms of the long-term goal, everything's on track. Training's okay apart from the knee, but I've got a plan for that, really, to get stability in there. The weight's coming off, the blood sugar's coming down, and everything seems to be relatively on track for now. Thanks for checking it out. I've had a few people come to me at swim sessions and in pub gardens and stuff and say that they've been watching the videos. One of them said that they found it almost inspiring, which was kind of cool. Anything that might make you think about getting your blood sugar levels checked, or losing a bit of weight to stay healthy, or getting out and being active, I'm all for. Anyway, slightly longer video this week, and as far as I'm concerned, things are on track. Going to post a short video in the middle of next week leading up to my Friday video, thinking about what those longer term goals, or the next set of short term goals, are going to be, really. Obviously some of them will be weight related, but I need to think carefully about how I'm going to approach this. Anyway, have a good weekend, and we'll see what happens later on.